party people, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here, and today I'm excited. I have some Jesse James components to work with. These are wild side, so I specifically chose these because to me this wild side mix just was like earrings. So I'm gonna whip up a bunch of earrings and using this mix and some other things, so I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please visit the description box below. Down there you're gonna find my affiliate links to Thunderhorse Descendant, both Etsy store and website, links to Jesse James for these items that I'm going to be using today, and timestamps. So if you want to fast forward, rewind, do whatever you got to do, you can do that. Also, please support your girl by giving this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, do the commenting, and all that YouTube business would be helpful, and I would appreciate it. Let's get on into the video. All right, guys, here we are on the mat. This is Wild Side, and I'm super excited about it. When I originally seen it, I was like, oh, okay, this has got to be for earrings. Let me zoom you in a little bit. So the reason I thought that is because look at this. You get all of these little matched up little guys, right? Little danglies for your earrings. You got two little tassels. Got two little arrows. These are wide hole. This will be good for a leather project. We've got these two little feathers. Oh, it's cute. They're double-sided. I didn't even notice that. You've got these two little guys. You've got these two little drops. You've got four little squares. I'll zoom you just a little bit. Too much. Hang with me. But also, look at this. You get these little links in here, which are going to be super cute because they are closed links. So I thought those would be super cute for earrings. You're getting all these little like drops. All these little droppy drops. And some other shapes. I don't know what they call this shape. If you know, put it in the comment. I mean, it looks like a, what do they call that? Like a drook or duke or whatever they call that, but I'm not sure. And then, oh, I didn't even notice there's like four little itty bitty teeny weeny bicones in here. You guys are going to get lost. You just stay right there. Okay, and then and then you got all these little metal. And these are nice because they feel substantial. They're not acrylic. They're double-sided. They're like a red bronze. And I really like those. Little discs. And then you get these little guys, which are bronze. Okay, and then also, you get this one focal bead. If you were to, I suppose, if obviously we'll use this for earring, but if you want to maybe take these and do a little bracelet to match all your earrings, you probably could, or a necklace or something. We'll look at that. All right, guys, let's get on into the first project. I'm going to clear this from the mat, and then we will start with the first pair of earrings. All right, guys, here we go with the first one. I'm going to be using 22 gauge round wire. And I'm just going to cut a pretty big chunk. I got about 5 inches there. Because what the plan is, is I'm going to do these drops in the middle. And I do all this black, which I thought would be cute. And so I'm going to put this in the middle and just bring it up so it makes a triangle. Where the triangle meets, I'm going to give it a little bend on each side. And that's just to ensure that your crystal doesn't get choked out or anything. I am going to twist it just a smidge so that you can see it's not twisted all the way around, but it is kind of just setting in there. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bead and I'm just going to go through both wires. Okay, and then I'm going to split them. This one I'm just going to put to the side for now. I'm going to put on this little tiny crystal. And then I'll put on the next black bead. So we're just building it up. And then I'll put on the last little tiny crystal. Okay. So this is what we got. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to finish this off as I normally would. I'm not going to worry about this little piece hanging down. And I'm just going to make my loop here. And I'm just going to carefully wrap so that I'm not getting tangled up in this wire. And then we will give that a snip. That is my old cutter. I don't even know why that's over here. Okay. So now that we got our little wire, our little loop on there, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this tail, flip this upside down, kind of guide it with your thumb so it goes down around, and we're going to wrap around this link here, or this triangle that we made. And we're just going to go a few times. We're building it up, so you're supposed to see it. It's supposed to look, you know, built up like so. And then once we get to the end, we'll just take that little tail, curl it in. And I'm going to try to push it up ever so carefully. Like so. And there you go. There is one. Now we have also available on Jesse James are these gunmetal. I used these in a past project the other day, I think. These are the gunmetal earring wires, and all you do is you pick which side you like best to be in the front, and close that up like a jump ring. And there you go. There's one. So we're going to do it again. So again, I'm getting about 5 inches of wire. Okay. Take the drop, go through, put it into the middle, bring it up like so. And you're just kind of letting your, just pushing it down, kind of letting it fall where it wants to until you get to this part, because you want to make sure that your loop is about the same size here. Okay. So then, once you feel like it's about the same, you're going to take your little plier, go right inside there, grab a hold right there, and give it a little nudge out, Same on the other side. Twist them over each other. Not so they're twisted, but just so that they're, you know, kind of linked a little bit. Crossed, I guess, would be the appropriate word. I can already tell that this one is a little, I feel, maybe it's okay. I'm like, I feel like this one might be a little bigger or smaller, but we'll see. It's all right. Okay, so we'll put on our first bead. Bring this out to the side. Put on our little tiny one. Then the black one. Then the little tiny one. And then we finish this up as we normally would. Just being careful to work around this other wire here. Go around about 2.5, 3 times, whatever you can get. Give this a little snip. And a little work hard in here. And then tuck in that little tail. Again, be very careful when you are working around with these glass bicones or whatever, because you could break it. Also, you don't want to be pushing down too much when you're wrapping, because you're going to be messing with your loop down here. So again, we just guide this wire around like so. We push, you can hold it with your thumb, and then just wrap. Now this one, I'm going to make an optical illusion, because I can tell this one is just a smidge smaller. So I'm just not going down as far on the bead. And then I just twist it in like that. Oh, whoops, sorry guys, let's bump the camera. And hey, you. Get in there. So I'm just twisting it around and then kind of pushing it in so that it's going to stay. Okay. So now we just put on our wire. I really like these gunmetal. I was really into gunmetal for January. I don't know why, but it was. Sure everything is hanging good and straight, and it is. And there we go. Got one pair down. I will do photos, a little photo montage at the end. We're going to move right into number 2. All right, guys, next up, I have a little purple fairy silk, and I thought, okay, let's see what we can do with that. So I'm going to take these links, 2 links, 2 arrows, these 2 cubes, and 2 of these little like discs, and we're going to see what we can do with this. So the first thing I'm going to do, now we're going to use this almost like a tassel. We're going to wire wrap it. So I like long earrings. So right here I have about 6 inches, but this is for both earrings. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half, and I'm going to give it hold on a second. Okay, so I have the end, and you know how at the end it kind of gets like whatever. I don't really want that. I want like a piece from the middle so that when they're on there, they don't look weird. Let's try this part. Let's try this one. Okay, so here we have the middle. Okay, So now I guess this one was a little longer because these look about like 3.5 inches, but doesn't matter because we're going to fold these in half. We're going to take and put our silk through this little link like so. Okay. So you can make them even if you want, or you could leave them uneven if you prefer. It's up to you. Okay, so I'm using a 24 gauge silver wire for this little wrapping. You could use bronze too if you want, but I'm going to use silver. And I'm going to take out about 6 inches because I want it to look like a messy wire wrap. So I'm going to do a lot of wrapping, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just going to move some of this out of the way for right now. So I got this through the link. I've got it where I want it. And I'm going to give about 2 inches here on this side. And I'm going to start wrapping with the other side. Okay, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to go the other direction with this little short guy. 1, 2. And here is where I'm going to put on my arrow. So as you can see, this arrow is not hanging the way I want it to. So I'm going to grab up a little tiny jump ring. And I put this jump ring on there first. Before I add it. So now if it looks funny when we put it on here to the wire wrap, then we will just move it to a different area of the tassel with the jump ring, but we'll see how it looks first. So now I got my jump ring on there. I'm just going to stick it on this little short wire. And let's see what we got. No, I think it'll be fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to position this jump ring right smack dab in the middle. Hold it there with my thumb. I'm going to come back through with this longer wire through the jump ring. So you should have like a crisscrossing X going on inside your jump ring. And this is for stability, so your little arrow isn't spinning around too much, you know. Okay, so once you got that going on, you can go back to this little string. I'm going to wrap around one more time. I'm going to see if I can get this back through that little jump ring, which it looks like I can do. Second time with the short string. And I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull this longer one just so everything's nice and tight. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie off this little strand. So I'm going to go to the back, bring this around, take my cutter right in the middle here. Well, a little, just a smidge past the middle. Get a cut. I'm going to take my chain nose and grab a hold of this tippy tip. Okay, and I'm going to spin it down. So now you can see that the tip is spun down, so it's not poking out. I'm going to grab a hold of that curved portion and I'm going to stick it up and underneath the other wire wrap. Maybe. There we go. So you can see I got a hold of it and I'm going to push it into the silk and into the wire wrap. See there? And then once it's in there, I'm just going to give it a little pinch so that it stays down there. That's just so it doesn't come bouncing out and hurt anybody, you see. Now, once you got that going on, we're going to see which direction. I'm going to come through a second time. This is the second time with the long wire here. on the jump ring and pull that through. Now here you have an option. You could keep going. You can go over the top of the jump ring. You know, you could hide that. You could, with all this extra wire that you have. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like that. I am going to go through one more time. And I'm going to spin to the back. Now on this one, you're going to cut again. And you're going to be down here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Now you're on the bottom. So we put the top one. So you want one coming in from the top and one going up from the bottom. So we're going to do, I'm going to flip this over just because this is my dominant hand. Grab a hold of the tail again. Spin it. See, I had too much tail there. You see that? Too much. That's too much. So, yeah. Spin it. And then I'm going to grab a hold of it. And I'm going to put it under there. See, that one did not work out as good because I kind of messed up when I was spinning it. But you want to make sure that you can just get it up in there so that it's not poking out. And I think we did an okay job. This thing right here is bothering me, so I'm going to fix that. That again is my tail. Alright. So, now we have one little tiny arrow, fairy silk, wire wrapped doings. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to give it a squish. Not too much, because you don't want to mess up your wire wrap. But just enough so that it squishes down where this arrow sits. And now we can move on to the next. Okay, so the next portion we're going to need, you could use wire or you could use an eye pin. I don't know if I have any eye pins around here. Oh, well, maybe I do. No. Okay. Well, you can use an eye pin if you would like. I'm going to go ahead and use some 22 gauge wire, still in the same silver color. And I'm going to cut. And I'm going to make a little loop here, push it in with my nail so when I pull it out it looks like this. Okay, then you're going to want to open that like a jump ring so that you can slide on your little ring here. Okay, so now we're just going to go in here, we're going to grab a hold of that loop, the wire loop we made, and then you can wrap around the tail. Some people use another plier to wrap around. You're more than welcome to do that. I'm just squishing it in. So now, there's still a little pokey part. Get in there, pokey part. Alright, so now we can go ahead and build our earring. So I have these parts here, and the thought is that I'm going to add a cube and a disc, and now that I'm doing that, I feel like we need something on the top, right? So what do we got? Do, do, do. Maybe we just do the cube out. No, we need this. We need the disc. We need a little bead. I don't necessarily want to use one of these drops, do I? I don't think I do. No. I want maybe a second cube. Let's see how that looks. Oh, no, well, that's just getting a bit much. That's too much. Okay, let's just find... This will probably work. These are white check glass. These can also be found on the Jesse James website. These are the matte white check glass. Okay, let's try that. Oh yeah, I dig it. I dig it, I dig it. Alright, so now I'm gonna leave a little bit of space for my wrapping. I'm gonna go one. Here's the thing. 2. I'm gonna push this bead up. Once you got your loop, I'm gonna grab a hold of this loop with my chain nose so it doesn't get squished out. And I'm gonna wrap in between. I'm gonna bring this down and I'm gonna wrap in between this check and this metal disc, just for fun, because why not? There's no rules here. And I'm going to give it a snip, and I'm going to give it a tighten. There. Now I'm going to check my work here and make sure that everything is facing front like I would like it to be, which it is not. So I'm going to spin it. There we go. This one is being problematic. Let me bend that. So again, if this is being problematic, you can just squish it with your plier and we will get the ear wire out. Again, using these same pack of gunmetal ear wires. Put this on there. And then we're going to give it a little trim. Now, if you like yours super long, like shoulder duster kind, that's fine. Keep it. Did I put it on there backwards? Oh, sure enough. Put it on there backwards. Okay, I kind of like misshapened that one, so I'm going to move on to a new one. This way? Yeah. Okay. Now I got it on there the right way. Alright, now what you can do is you can give your earring a little trim. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see where this arrow hits. And I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch longer than that at an angle. And there's earring number 1. Cute, right? I don't think I'm going to make you guys watch that again because that was a little bit of a goings-ons there. If you would like, please go to the timestamps. It'll be marked so you can rewatch that portion. In the montage, I'll make sure they're all made up. Now we're going to move on. I don't know if you guys saw these in the beginning. I don't know if I showed them to you. These are little stone bears. These are like fetish bears, which I really, really love. And you can get these on Jesse James Beads as well. These are going to be really simple. I'm just going to put these little bears. Pick out two that I like here. And like these two. Those look pretty cute. And I'm just going to match these bears up with these little feathers using 22 gauge wire. Actually, do I have a head pin? Might just use a head pin if I find one. Silver. Okay. I'm going to use 2 silver eye pins. Eye pins. Oh, these are little short ones, but they should be fine. So I have 2 silver eye pins. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to open that eye pin up. I'm going to put on my feather. Close it back up. I'm going to put on my bear. And I'm going to make a loop. Easy peasy. Easy. Do I have my looper over here? That might be something worth a shot. Here I have my looper. Now let's see. Hey. I am going to tighten this up because I am just going to put my ear wire on there. Is that not like the quickest pair of earrings you ever made in your life? Probably the cutest too. Those other ones could be kind of complicated. And let's put this guy on there. And these guys are ready to go. Ta-da! I mean, those were so fast, we'd probably make the other one, right? Why not? Open it up, put on your feather, close it back up. So like I said, these little bears I was so surprised and like so happy and overjoyed that they were on the Jesse James website. I had to get this pack. I do believe they are still available. They are stone. And they look super, super cute with these little feathers from this wild charm situation. Why is that one being weird? I got a faulty bear. The hole felt like, yeah, the hole on that one just felt like it was a little like far up, like a little further up than it should be. I mean, that is to be expected with stone because they're hand drilled. Okay, so with this though, I'm really making sure I'm getting close up there because I don't want it to move around too much. And tighten them up. Put on your ear wire. Make sure you got them on there the right way. Yeah. Easy peasy. Those are so cute. Those bears are so cute. I'm going to use those tassels to make another pair of bears. These brown tassels. Look there. You could use tassels to make bears. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, where's my eye pins? These are those gold? Do I have any gold eye pins? It's hard to say. You know what? I don't. So, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put my tassel on a ball head pin. I'm going to go not quite to the middle. I'm going to fold it over. So it makes a J, basically. A J. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just keep pushing. So it makes a cursive J. All right, you with me? Cursive J. You're going to want to hold on here. I'm going to go like so. So this part doesn't bend anymore. Okay. Push this all the way over. And then you're just going to wrap it like you would wire. Just go around. 1, 2. That's about all we can go, I think. There we go. And then take your little bear. Get him on there. Oh, maybe I should have went with the looper on this. Yeah, not enough. Okay, so loopered it. Should be loopering it. But no problem. I'll just cut right here. And then we'll straighten this guy out. Okay. And he needs, well, he needs a gold ear wire. He needs a gold ear wire. So let me grab one of those. Okay. These are French earring wires in gold. So I want this little ball to be pointing towards the front because it's kind of like a design element. That's how we're using it anyway. Because no rules. So there he is in the front. You could push it down, you know. Or if you don't like it, just put it in the back. Whatever you gotta do. Those are cute. I really like those a lot. Let me do another one. So here I have my ball head pin. I'm gonna put this on there. So you got a ball side over here. You're not quite to the middle. Okay. Bend it. So it makes a J. And then you're going to bend it so it makes a cursive J. Then you're going to get your plier. You're going to go right up there next to here. Right up there next to, with your plier, right up next to your tassel. Bend it all the way 90 degrees. Spin it around 1.5 times. Now you have your little ball. And you put your bear on. And we said you needed a looper for this. So we get our looper out. I don't know if I got enough cutting business to do the looper. We'll see. Ugh, just barely. Let's straighten that out. Put on your ear wire. Did I? Oh yeah, it's right here. And put on your ear wire. So the ball is in the front. You guys, are those not the cutest things? Cute. Here's the feathered ones. I like both. Look how different they look too. I mean, they're super simple. Wait, I'm trying to get this one straightened out. They're super simple, but they look super cute.